Hello there, David Thompson here from the world of tech.net. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at a gaming laptop. This one is indeed the MEDION ERAZER X6815, which is available for $699. So first things first, if you haven't seen the unboxing of this laptop, be sure to click there and head over to see me take this thing out of the box. So, first things first, well, second thing, it has a 15.6 inch screen which runs at 1080 pixels. If we just open it up there, you can see the screen. 15.6 inches, it has Intel Core i7 running at 2 GHz, so 2 GHz of speed, Intel Core i7, and this really did impress me when I saw the specs. For a laptop under £700, Core i7, this is really good specs. It also comes with 4 GB of RAM, which is quite a bottleneck on the setup. It could be doing with 6 or even 8 GB of RAM on board this machine with such the high specs, and it also has a staggering, well, a pretty good graphics card. It is a GeForce GT 555M, which is excellent to find inside a laptop. It also has a Blu-ray drive which is added in. It has 500 GB of hard drive space, which is plenty of space to store all your game files and whatever. USB 3.0, which is really good to find on a laptop like this. This laptop is all about speed, precision and power with the USB 3.0, so it has so many things included. What I'm going to do now is talk about the appearance. That's all about the specs. The actual laptop weighs 2.7 kilograms, which is quite heavy, I've got to say. It does weigh quite a bit. However, if you hold it in the right place, it does balance the weight out and feel a lot easier when carrying it. But when you're carrying it in your bag, it isn't really going to be the lightest laptop for portability, but of course it is portable. It's got a 3.7mm chassis. No, a 37mm chassis, sorry, getting a bit mixed up, which is quite big. It's quite large. However, you do have the advantage here, as I will discuss later, with the numeric pad on there. But it is quite a large laptop, but it's a gaming laptop and it's got Core i7, so what else do you expect? If we just take a look at the thickness of this, it's not too thick at all, if you see there. It's just, I'd say, the standard laptop, not the thinnest like these current Ultrabooks. However, it's a lot more powerful than these Ultrabooks at the moment. So, that's the thickness and the weight of it. It has a glossy 15.6 inch screen here, which does attract a lot of fingerprints. As you will see there, it is caked in fingerprints. It doesn't show up too much on the camera, and it also attracts a lot of dust. However, you will find that on every single glossy screen laptop on the market. You can get screen protectors, matte screen protectors, if you don't like the glossy, and that would probably combat your fingerprints on the screen problem. However, it may decrease quality in the screen. The screen is 1080 pixels, so you're going to get a sharp display when playing games, viewing pictures, and viewing media in general. So if we just move down now, it has got a pattern all the way over the laptop on the front. It's got an engraved pattern, so it's not just pure matte glossy black like most laptops on the market. It's got a nice little pattern which you can just about see, which adds a nice effect to it. Down here we have the touchpad, which you can just about see, as it just goes into a dip there and comes out of a dip, so you can actually physically feel that you're going out of the touchpad area when playing games. I would just like to say one thing about the touchpad, and it's this. These clicky buttons are clunky, clanky and horrible. They are not very nice at all when playing gaming. They are the worst thing ever. They could really integrate some softer touch buttons which don't make the horrible clicky noise, and in general don't feel cheap like this. So after a while of playing gaming, a year or even 6 months, these are really going to decrease, and you will find one will be higher than the other because you're constantly using the left click mouse button. So it's good for gaming, this little pad here. It's got a fast response, so when you're playing games you can move your finger and it will move the cursor very fast, unlike somewhere you've got to literally go like that just to get across the screen. You just go like that and instantly it moves, so that is excellent. However, these clicky buttons really do let it down. Now, if you haven't noticed already, this laptop does have a chiclet design keyboard, which is pretty appalling on a gaming laptop. I'm sorry. It has got a texture on it, which makes it easier to grip the keys. However, they're very clunky, it makes it feel very cheap, and these keys aren't going to last a while. They are going to be falling off. I know MEDION have tried to aim at design here, however, it achieves design, it looks great, but practicability at the end of the day, ultimately practicability is lost with these keys, as they are just terrible. They're just cheap, horrible keys. Maybe if they made them a little tougher when you click them down so they're not so easy to press down, maybe that would be better, put rubber underneath them or something. However, I'm not impressed whatsoever with the chiclet design keyboard. And of course you do have the numeric pad, that's why it's so wide. So up here, on a positive note more or less, you do have these shortcut buttons. You just press briefly underneath play, pause, mute and turn the Wi-Fi off, and this is good because when you're in a game you can't go down there, use your cursor, volume up. Holding FN and volume up is a bit tedious, so this is great. I really do like the touch buttons, and you can just hold them down and the volume goes right up or right down, whatever way you wish. So that is excellent. I really like them. Just going back to the front of the laptop, another design issue, when you actually turn the laptop on and have it on, as you will see now, it looks like the back of a car. All these lights flashing, it looks like an aeroplane. Blue lights, red lights, we don't need all the lights, we just need one light, which shows that it's power on and it can flash when there's hard drive activity, instead of having one for Wi-Fi, one which is locked, one for caps lock, one for this. We don't need them all. It makes the laptop look unsightly, so if you're going to have a chiclet keyboard for design, at least sort the lights out. So now let's move on to the operating system. The operating system runs incredibly smoothly, as you would expect with the Core i7 and the 4GB of RAM. The 4GB of RAM could be a lot higher, and it would be great to have at least 6 to 8GB of RAM. That's hardly going to push the price up too much. Maybe it might push it up to $750, $780 instead of £700. It comes with Windows 7 Home Premium, which is perfectly ample. You don't really need Professional or Ultimate, as all the gaming you're going to do on this laptop is going to be pretty much based. You won't need the features of Windows 7 Professional or Ultimate. One thing which I really do like about this, it doesn't come with all the junk bundled in. You just get an 89-day trial of Kaspersky antivirus software. You don't get all this other software like you get tons of like software with Dell computers and HP computers, I've noticed, and you get an option, you don't get forced into it, for a trial of 2010 Office. So well done to MEDION, you haven't put all this rubbish on which we don't want integrated with our PC, so that's excellent. Now what I'm going to show you is some benchmark tests of the computer and some gameplay etc. of the computer to see how this actually performs. So here is the very first GPU test, and as you can see things are running pretty fluently. There is very little lag on the test and everything looks pretty much crisp quality here. We're getting about 13 frames per second, and overall frames are about 370 frames we've been through now in about 30 seconds. So yeah, it's averaging out at about 70 frames per second, which isn't wonderful, but what does bemuse me about this laptop is that I've run other benchmarks on it and we get very low frames per second, however very fluent quality, which is quite astonishing. But see, we're topping it to 21 now, and the highest I've seen it go is in the 30s. That's the highest the actual frames per second has gone. So, if you're looking for a laptop which is on a budget, it's not the most expensive one, you don't have to pay thousands of pounds to play the latest and greatest games, this is definitely a good choice for you, as I am positively impressed with all the features it comes with for an amazing budget of £699, and I'm pretty sure you could probably find that cheaper elsewhere on the internet if you do your research. So it's got great performance, it's good money value, you're going to be able to play all them games for just £700. You also got the portability, and you can also do schoolwork on there, you can do office work, business stuff, whatever you need your laptop for, as it's going to do that blazingly fast as well as playing games because of the i7 processor, and of course the 6GB of RAM, which is a bit low. It's got amazing connectivity, it's got HDMI, it's got Ethernet, it's got USB 3, it's got all the stuff you need, and the audio is phenomenal, as you have heard in the test. The only things I've got against this computer is it's quite bulky, it's got a cheap keyboard, and the keys, the buttons on the touchpad are a little bit cheap. And just one other thing I would like to show you is the power brick, and it is quite large indeed. However, I would expect that with all laptops now, as it does charge very fast. On average, you'll get about 169 minutes of battery life, and for playing on full brightness, full screen, full power, everything, even the little eraser light lights up there, I'd say that's pretty damn good time for charging. So this has been a review of the Erazer laptop, and this has been specifically the X6815. It's an excellent laptop. I would recommend it to anyone who's got a low budget and they're looking for a laptop which is going to play the latest and greatest games. For more content like this, be sure to head over to theworldoftech.net. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at worldoftechuk, and stay tuned to the YouTube channel for any future videos. My name's David Thompson, this has been a review of a laptop, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye for now.